Hey guys, it's Bruce, and I just wanted to give you an update on the lake mower versus the aquatic mower, and just give you some ideas of the differences. And this video is designed only to be used in-house within the Weeder's Digest. So I'm going to mark this as private, which means that it'll be on YouTube, but it will not be visible to the general public. I'm going to compare the different features and benefits of the Jenson lake mower versus the aquatic mower. Of course, the aquatic mower is designed right here in Minnesota. Actually, the Jenson mower actually came out of Minnesota as well. I've actually been to it's actually built in somebody's home. The Jenson mower is actually built in somebody's home, and good people, been there to their house before, so I know it well. But I'm just going to walk through the different details here, just for comparison when you get a prospective customer, that you kind of know the differences. So I think one of the things that is obvious right off the bat is the size of our aquatic mower. You get, quite a bit more reach, but let me just explain that with the lake mower, the Jenson mower, you actually can buy extensions for more money. They have a 2-foot extension and a 4-foot extension. I've used them both. I feel like it becomes a little more cumbersome. Obviously, it adds more expense to it, and so I'm not a big fan of going for more reach. We've made the decision on what size to make ours. Really, it's based on not personal preference, but the use of the cumbersome. If you go and add that 4-foot extender that they carry, it's just way too long. And as I always say, this is easy cutting. It's really about the cleanup. And if you're going to cut, 6-7 feet down, the cleanup will be unmanageable. I guess the next thing to consider is the motor. I believe that all of the motors in both cases are adequate. The Jenson mower has switched around to a variety of different motors. I've had a red one, a gray one, a black one, a blue one, a teal one. So they've jumped around a lot. I feel like our motor is I want to say superior, but in the end, I believe they're all fine. I think ours has been well proven. The next thing that I think is getting into some of the smaller features that ultimately make it much more comfortable and more effective is just the handle. The tiller handle has a number of different settings. You can take that curved piece, the blue piece, and you can move it, and it's with the change of one set screw, you can adjust it so that it would be pointed down, not pointed, but ergonomically it's got that curve, so it'd be more beneficial for it to be to the left or to the right, to up or down. And then there's that knob that I've got the red arrow towards. That actually allows you to adjust it easily to slide it up and down. Now in the Jenson, it actually has a shorter one. You have to be gripping it the whole time because, and I should have mentioned up on ours, you actually do have like a kill switch that you can clip to yourself or whatever should you become distressed in some way while you're out there. But it's much more relaxed in the fact that you don't have to have your hand on that tiller the entire time. Whereas on the Jenson unit, you do have to have your hand on that tiller the whole time. You have to be squeezing it the whole time. And that's really, believe me, I've used both units for many, many hours. And the Jenson one, it's a shorter one, so you have to reach further. It's less responsive. Ours has that curve in it. And then you get much more of a challenge again because you have to be squeezing that. And hey, the battery life is good for 10 hours. Can you imagine squeezing that handle for 10 hours of run time? Believe me, that's a challenge. Okay, then we've also got one of the most important things, and I think one of the greatest features of ours is very durable, very adjustable transom mount or Gunnel mount. And it has multiple adjustments to it. Kind of a cute little thing. It actually has the ability to put a padlock on it and lock it onto your boat, which is, it's not that big of a deal. But I will say that the Jenson mower is designed to, if you can believe this, it's designed to basically brake. if you hit something too strong. And so that is recommended that it's actually recommended that you should buy a second mount. Ours is so durable, and it has the ability to change the pressure. So in other words, it'll kick up should you run into something that's too solid. So much, I mean, that's a dramatic difference right there. Ours, we would never tell somebody you have to buy an extra bracket because of our frail system. Theirs, they do. The next thing I would say is that our cord is much heavier duty. It's much longer, or I shouldn't say much longer. It is longer, so it'll reach further to a battery in a different part of the boat. I like that as well. And then it has dramatically heavier duty battery clips. And, that's just one of the things customers really do appreciate. And then I think one of the other things that is real beneficial is on the bottom, the blade side are very similar. There is some of the way that the energy is transferred from the spinning shaft or spinning motor down. It's much more efficient in the way that the energy is managed to the cutting teeth. And then this is a small item, but we've also got it's got the fin. I should jump back to that. It has the fin that's a stabilizer, because there's a lot of back and forth thrust, if you will, that is reduced because of that fin, and so it gets resistance in the water. And then one of the last things I wanted to point out was the white base to it. It really does make a difference when you're out there in the water, and if you got dirt, dark, dirty, murky water, which is pretty typical when you're cutting weeds, that bright white is much more visible, so you can see what you got down underneath the water. So those are kind of the details, a quick overview. And remember, just so you know, that we're aquatic-mower.com. Aquatic-mower.com is the site that you'd want to send people to. You can also send them to weedersdigest.com. All right, so those are just kind of the quick tips I wanted to go through from an internal video to be able to share, internally with our staff. So thanks, and if you got any questions, just let me know. All right, thank you.